UAE. And UAE, it's considered the second country in the world which is hosting Indian people. The first country is US. US, they're hosting around 6 million Indians, and UAE, it's came the second. That it's mean that UAE, it's a hub of the business, the investors on the world, and especially between India and UAE. We consider them, they are part of us, and we are part of them.
Thank you for that.
You must welcome.
So let's talk about the startup ecosystem in UAE and Sharjah in particular. If you can paint the picture of how the startup ecosystem is for the benefit of Indian startups and investors.
The community of startups, it's important for UAE. The young people who have a new idea, the new generations, where they scale up the ideas to technologies or to an innovation. This is what the countries needed these days. Today, SRTI Park, we are supporting the startups on in the engagement between with the governments and with the academia. So, if I will describe this RTIP today, we designed this RTIP to create a triple helix between the academia, government organization, and the private industry, especially with the startups, to create and initiate and innovate a new technology to be issued from these spots of land. And the big advantage for SRTIP today on Sharjah that we are located on the middle of the university city, where there is more than 22 institutions, more than 47,000 students, more than 3,000 PhDs. So here where we commercialize the articles and the research for the startups and the students and the entrepreneurs itself to the market. And also we are supporting the startups that's to access our labs. We have around 4 to 5 different labs, which is robotic, AI labs, and VR and AR studios, and also the health tech labs. And we are definitely initiating more than these labs in the future. So we are also helping the startups to create their own prototypes on the labs from A to Z, from the 3D printing parts, from the electronic parts, programming, and even from the shading the equipments and other things.
UAE and Sharjah, this is a melting pot for global, businesses come there,
Yeah.
right? They do different types of business, logistics,
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
all of it. Is there anything that UAE is looking to collaborate with Indian startup ecosystem?
Of course, 100%, 100%. Look, I will tell you one thing. Leave the collaboration aside. Now I'm talking about the startup. The startup today are the backbone of the new generation business. So the governments, UAE government or even Indian government, the support where it's being provided to the startups, it should be continued not only about funding and that, even on collaboration with other organizations as in a government and also private industry. So UAE today, even with the vision of our leaders, as we are creating like an accelerators and incubators organization to help the startups to promote them idea to the markets and to support them.
Is there any specific sector that SRTPI would be interested in, or UAE in general would be interested in?
Yes, definitely. It's focusing more on the sustainabilities and many others. But on SRTIP, we are focusing on 4 main industry, which is healthcare, advanced industry, mobility logistics, and sustainability.
And any interest from Sharjah and UAE in particular, in general, from investor community towards Indian startup ecosystem, from investment standpoint?
Of course, 100%. During the past 2 days, the engagement what's been done, we already organized for next week that they are going to visit us on Sharjah.
Oh, okay.
So definitely, our presence today here, it was benefit for us and even for the startups.
So with that, how do you, because UAE and Sharjah, they do through the year, they conduct big events, mega events like this,
Yeah.
right? So when you compare that with Startup Mahakumbh, what are your thoughts?
I think we need to do similar to this exhibition in Dubai. because as you know, you have just mentioned you have visited the Arab Food and Jitex. This exhibitions, it's more for the scale up companies, the global companies. But for the startups, I think we need to do something related to Mahakum Startups exhibition, which I'm quite sure we will attract the all startups in the world to be part of this exhibition as it's been done in India.
Thank you, Umar Salim, for talking to MyStartup TV. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, and for your team. Thank you very much.
Hi, myself Monica. I am head of legal here at Asanville, and our main goal is to spread awareness around this legal services. So we see that a lot of Indians are not aware about how the legal hierarchy works. So whenever someone, it's a taboo subject, I would say, and whenever someone dies, then their family members have not clue that how and where these assets are located. So in India, currently 4.5 lakh crore assets are lying unclaimed, just because their family have no idea where these assets are situated. So our main agenda is to spread the awareness so that no assets are lying unclaimed, because it's our hard-earned assets. So we don't want that families should suffer. And the second objective is that in 2025, we are targeting to spread awareness to the women. So being a women entrepreneur, I just want that women who are having the self-acquired assets, they know that how the legal hierarchy works. So in India, the Hindu succession laws, which are governed by old 1956 Act. So based on these laws, the self-acquired assets of the women will be distributed among the husband and husband's families. But we see that there could be a lot of single daughters, and parents are also dependent or liable for the daughter's earning. So we want to spread that awareness that women should also have that financial independence, and they want that how their assets, their self-acquired money should be distributed among their parents, their siblings. So this is how we want to spread that awareness, and we are here at Startup Mahakum for this purpose only, and it's going great here. We are receiving good traction, and then we are receiving a lot of interesting queries that people are thinking that if they have nominee, their wife will automatically get everything. So we are collecting a lot of insights from the Indians at this Startup Mahakum, and it's quite interesting for us as well, so that we can also spread the awareness and feel the real pain of India, what Indians are thinking, and how we can leverage this opportunity to solve these problems. And then Asanville is doing that. Yeah, that all.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.
Mukesh this side from Prime Bets, and I am the CEO of the company. Actually, we are providing stay plus food at very affordable price. That is starts with $399.
What we are actually doing is we onboard PGs, and we have a platform, Prime Bets, that actually connects travelers and PG providers. So you can get 99 rupees for a sharing bed, and you can also get a private room for 500 to
with
600.
all the amenities like hotels.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.
My name is Namita. I head the sales and marketing for the hotel division called Spree Hotels. So that's a that's a company by MyStartup. Look into the sales vertical up here. Obviously, we are looking at the business tie-ups and the increase of the volumes, and for every sector of MyStartup, whether it is MICE, whether it is B2B customization, that's the main target. That B2B platform should increase many folds for us.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.
My name is Mr. Nima Sona, and I am from Arunachal Pradesh. My startup name is NE Organics, which stands to Northeast Organic. Basically, my startup promotes organic products from Northeast India, and we are into multiple grains, herbs related product, and spices. So our vision is to make Arunachal to be self-sustainable by empowering our local farmers. We do have almost 250 plus farmers whom we are empowering, and we are making sure that they should make a sustainable development. Right now, we are super excited to be a part of this Mahakum, Startup Mahakum, and we are having a lot of interaction with investors and customers, and we are really getting a lot of feedbacks from all across the nation. And we are also privileged to be a part of this Mahakumbh startup, where we are looking forward that there are investors, there are venture capitalists, and there are customers, where we can do a B2B connections, B2C, and as well as we can connect with other entrepreneurs as well.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.
My name is Mr. Nima Sona, and I am from Arunachal Pradesh. My startup name is NE Organics, which stands to Northeast Organic. Basically, my startup promotes organic products from Northeast India, and we are into multiple grains, herbs related product, and spices. So our vision is to make Arunachal to be self-sustainable by empowering our local farmers. We do have almost 250 plus farmers whom we are empowering, and we are making sure that they should make a sustainable development. Right now, we are super excited to be a part of this Mahakumbh, Startup Mahakumbh, and we are having a lot of interaction with investors and customers, and we are really getting a lot of feedbacks from all across the nation. And we are also privileged to be a part of this Mahakumbh startup, where we are looking forward that there are investors, there are venture capitalists, and there are customers, where we can do a B2B connections, B2C, and as well as we can connect with other entrepreneurs as well.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.
So Assam Startup is an initiative that has started around, the department is called Department of Innovation, Incubation and Startup. And we are planning to create a holistic ecosystem not only for Assam, but also for the whole Northeast. Assam is a leader in tea, in hydrocarbons, in green energy. Hello, welcome to My Startup TV. I'm Major Sunil Shetty. We're here at the Startup Mahakumbh 2025 at Delhi Bharat Mandapam. I have with me Onkar Nath, who's the Chief Operating Officer of Assam Startup. So, welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Tell us about Assam Startup, for the benefit of all the viewers out there. Yeah. So, Assam Startup is an initiative that has started around 4-5 years. And right now we have created a separate department for startup in Assam. The department is called Department of Innovation, Incubation and Startup, to give a new way or create a new environment for the startup working in Assam and starting in Assam. The department is a vision of our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Hemanta Biswa Sharma, and he is leading the ministry, the department. We are trying to creating a holistic environment for the startup ecosystem in Assam. The technology in which we have hold the area in which the startup in Assam are working, we are trying to figure it out also to set up a valley or a village where the startup ecosystem altogether can work, and we are planning to create a holistic ecosystem not only for Assam but also for the whole Northeast, and we are trying to support the Assam startups to grow in India and in the global level. So that is one of the major, initiatives that I have taken recently. The department is for the last 10 days or 20 days, and we are here as a supporting state at Bharat Mahakumbh. And it's feel good to be a part of this ecosystem and interacting with a lot of people, taking suggestions, and our startup also meeting with them. And it's a very good platform to showcase our strength in front of the national platform. So are there any specific sectors where you're focusing as Assam Startup or is sector agnostic? So we have a lot of sectors that you can say Assam is a leader in tea, in hydrocarbons, in green energy, in river technologies or blue economy, you can say. Right now we are also trying to add the Startup Semiconductor Plan, which is one of the key initiatives by Government of India, and that is definitely helping us to support the startup and grow the startup in technology domain as well for the future generation, and also AI, ML and the emerging technologies. So we are sector agnostic, but our focus is on around 4-5 sectors that I mentioned, and we are trying to build on that. Later on we will try to focus on all the sectors as well. Assam, as you said, is known for its tea. The other products that come from Assam.